Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. Or if this is your first time, welcome to the live stream and to the channel. I'm Allison, and Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, being resourceful, making friends with people, and just having a good old time, and just being kind to each other, and maybe living an alternative lifestyle. You might want to live in a car, van, truck, tiny home, tent, whatever. And you can do that. We welcome that because living just in a box, like, I mean, I shouldn't be the one to talk because I kind of do live in a box, but I'm just saying, like, living in an apartment or a house where you're just stuck there all the time and never get to see the beauty of the world, sometimes it's not all it's cracked up to be. So we encourage getting out of the house over here. So I'm going to put my glasses on now so that I can see who's in the chat. Wow. All right, let's see. Hey, Brenda, Jacqueline, CN, Reverend RV, Louie, oops, CSR. Oh, CSR, you made it to Cody. Awesome. Hey, Tammy from Georgia. Hey, Brendan. Awesome. Hey, Robbie's in the house. Robbie's one of our moderators. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying that, Robbie. I appreciate that. Hey, Nelson and Grant. Grant's another one of our moderators and also just does a great job as well. I'm doing pretty well. It is a Freaky Friday. Hey, Evelyn, and let's see. Oops, the chat is going fast. TJ and Fire and Donnie and Susan and Jeff, Michelle, Thomas, and Merlin Contemplation, and Jackie's in the house. Awesome. Woohoo! Welcome everybody. Oh my gosh. It's been a pretty good day. But before today, it hasn't really been like the best day. I've had a few weird days. And I have not been getting good sleep. Last night was my fault, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But the other nights, I don't know what it is. Are you guys having sleep? Like, are you guys feeling like sleep deprived? Is there like a sleep problem with anybody else? Because I don't know. I've been having some really weird nights. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Janet. Um, if you haven't already, I mean, it might be just a cool thing if you just pop a little quick like on this thing, like just give it a little doot, just like a little quick like. I mean, that'd be cool. And if you're brand new here, you might as well just hit subscribe because you're gonna love it. Everyone here is nice. Everybody's so loving and supportive. So you're gonna enjoy it. So you might as well just subscribe already and hit the notification bell. So we got that out of the way. Hey, Deb R from Canada. Fire, you haven't been able to sleep. Hey, Meredith. Hey, Adriana's in the house. Adriana, Many Roads, No Rules, just had her first live stream a few minutes ago. And I am very proud of her because she was, unsure of doing it. And it can be very just like a unsettling feeling the first time you go live. And I remember the good old days a couple years ago when I did my first live in Louisiana. And Grant was there. He's one of our moderators who's been around forever. And he was there on the first live stream. And it was like just didn't know who was going to show up, but it was pretty awesome. And we're still doing live streams today, and they're still awesome. So I thank you guys for being here. And I'm really proud of Adriana for, jumping in there and just getting it started because it can be really great to like connect with each other. Hey, Pandral22 from Florida. I bet it's hot in Florida. Evelyn says I've had very little sleep this whole week. That's why I feel so tired. That's what I'm saying. It's a weird week. Yes, I'm having sleep issues. I heard it's Ascension Systems, whatever I don't know what that means for Kitty Stevens. Fireman Larry, I only sleep during the daytime, especially if it's hot at night. Ooh, interesting. Thank you, Adriana. Hey, Mark, how are you? Meredith says, I feel very sleep deprived, no energy, always hungry. Yeah, it just feels, where's my pencil? It just feels like, I don't know, like I just haven't been able to like get the right sleep. But I have a lot to talk about today. And I think me and Adriana are going to go to dinner later, but I don't know. But yeah, I am feeling pretty good. And I want to tell you guys a few things. Hello, hello, hello from Missouri, Carla. Can't believe I'm here at the start. Yes, thank you. CN says magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in the body and needs consistent replenishment. Oh, magnesium. I wonder if I have some of that. I did start taking my vitamins a couple days ago as well because I was like hadn't taken them for a while. Reverend RB, I left work early this morning and went home. I slept all of ooh, that feels so nice to sleep like in the afternoon. Hey, Cat G. Awesome. Okay, so last time I left you, I think it's when I was talking about that my van broke down. Fun fact, on the way here to where I am, which I'll tell you where I am in a minute, um, Simon hit 100,000 miles. So Simon is officially like 100,000 mile club. I don't know if there's a club, but yeah, I don't know if I've ever, I mean, I'm sure I had a car that's hit 100,000 miles. But it's a big deal because I bought this van at like 78,000 miles and I've just been trucking away, or I guess I should say vanning away. And it was just so cool to like see it tick over 200,000. So that's really exciting. And I did take a little video of it. I'll probably make a little short out of it later. Woohoo, Simon. Yes. Simon says, yay. Simon is raring to go. Maybe that's why Simon was tripping the other day. Maybe he's like, you know what? I'm almost at 100,000. I'm tired. I want to just take a little break. But it seems like ever since I got the oil change, it's there's been no problems. But I still haven't put that seafoam stuff in it yet. But I am gonna put it in. I think I'm gonna put just like half of the can in just to see, and then just go from there. But so far so good. Um, it is pretty low miles for this van being 2003. Hey, Heather, listening and eating dinner. Good to see you here. Yes, thank you for being here, and I hope you're having a great dinner. Hi, Daya. Methuselah. I don't know what that means, but Methuselah. I know it's some kind of person or something. I don't know. Okay, so last time I left you guys, I had been talking about the van breaking down, and I can't remember. I was in, yeah, I was still in Bozeman. Now, I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm just letting you know that of my experiences. So take it or leave it. But I didn't really love Bozeman. It was kind of too crowded for me. There wasn't like the best feeling. Like I parked at Walmart for a couple nights to sleep, which I don't love staying at Walmart, and it was kind of loud and too many people there. I think I told you guys that. There was a place that I stayed. It was called the Snowfield Recreation Area, and it was basically at a dog park with all these rolling, beautiful hills, and that was awesome. I stayed there a couple nights, but I just wasn't really feeling it. But the reason I had to stay in Bozeman, so and this is the story I want to tell you about something I thought I could do, and you want to listen up. If you're a nomad, you're going to want to listen to this story. Um, Something I thought I could do and found out that I couldn't do is okay. So when I was in Cody, there was a few things that I needed, um, just that I needed to order from Amazon, and it was nothing like the most dire, but there was just some things that I needed. Like one of the things that I need is, um, when I'm, going around with my phone, I film a lot, and so the battery drains a little more quickly. So I have a power bank, a power pack thingy that's pretty hefty. Like it can recharge the phone like probably 5 or 6, maybe 8 times. I don't even know, but it's a very strong one, and it died. So I needed to buy another one, but in Cody, Wyoming, they don't have any Amazon lockers at all. And so I looked in Bozeman knowing that's where I was going to go next. And Bozeman does not have any Amazon lockers at all. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to order a few items off of Amazon, and I'm going to ship them to the Bozeman post office. So United States Postal Service. Now, when you order from Amazon, typically they use UPS for their deliveries. But, when you order from Amazon, you got to obviously put an address in there, And so I looked it up online, and it says in order to send something to the post office as a general delivery, you just have to make sure it says general delivery, and you can put that um, address of the post office just to like make it easier for the postal or the UPS person to know where they're taking the package. So I decided that's what I was going to do. General deliveries worked in the past. I just had something delivered to general delivery in Cody, Wyoming. It worked out fine. No problem, no problem. So I couldn't leave Bozeman because I had ordered stuff and it was going to take a few extra days for whatever reason, probably because it's kind of like, I don't know, further up north. I'm not really sure. So they said that it was going to take like at least 3 extra days or whatever. So I had to wait in Bozeman 3 days for sure. I had to wait there. And I just didn't love it, but I was like, okay, as long as I get this package, then I can be on my way. And I want to move up to Missoula because there was no Planet Fitness in Bozeman. So there was no showers. And so I didn't really want to pay like $12 or $15 for a truck stop shower. They did have an aquatic center, but it was closed. So I couldn't even go to the aquatic center to take a shower. So I was feeling a little rough with my little like washcloth baths in the van, and my hair was oily and gross. I was over it. I just wanted to get on the road and get somewhere that had a Planet Fitness. So now in my whole experience of dealing with being on the road, I've always had easy time using Amazon lockers where you just have them send it to an Amazon locker. But this was the first time that they just didn't have it. They just didn't have it available. So anyways, I waited and I waited and I was like, I am over this place, this Bozeman, I'm over it. I just can't wait to get my stuff and go. So I waited. And then that morning, actually, I don't even know what morning we're on. What day are we on? I think this was like 2 days ago. Adriana might know, but I can't think straight because the days run into each other. I just decided, I was going to leave as soon as I got the notification. So I got the notification. I went over to the post office because Amazon said your package has been delivered. You can go pick it up. And so I drove over to the Bozeman post office, and it was a long line. I waited in the long line and got to the front finally. And I gave the guy my ID and I said, I have a general delivery package. It said it's here. And the guy was like, okay. So he writes my name down, goes in the back, and so it's funny because they had one of those mirrors that like, I don't know what they call those mirrors. The mirrors that like concave and you can like see, like usually I'm in like parking garages so you can see what's coming. If anyone knows what those are called, I don't know. So they had one of those, so I could see him in the back, like flipping through like mail, like letters and not packages. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, this guy doesn't even know it's a package. So he comes back and he goes, I didn't find anything. I said, yeah, it's a package. And he goes, okay, do you have the tracking number? And I said, I do have a tracking number, but it's a UPS tracking number. And his whole demeanor just changed. Like he was immediately irritated with me and immediately just like decided he wasn't going to help me. And so he's like, oh, well, if you had it sent here from UPS, then you're not going to get it today. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, well, you had it sent here. I said, yeah, because it's general delivery. And you guys have on your website that this is the post office that does general delivery. He goes, yeah, but you had UPS deliver it. If it came from somewhere else, then that'd be different. But it came from UPS dropping it off. So we have like 1,000 packages that we just got delivered from UPS. So I'm not going to be able to take my time to go back there and look for it because we just can't do that. And I said, okay. So he's like, well, you'd have to come back tomorrow. I said, well, I'm leaving today. I came here. I've been waiting 3 days and I just want to pick up my package. And then he's like, ugh, like so annoyed at me. And he's like, well, let me go back there and see if it's maybe on top. So he goes away for like 2.5 minutes, not even minutes. I'm going to say it was like less than a minute. And he comes back, he goes, nope, I didn't see it at all. So you're gonna have to come back tomorrow. I said, well, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. And then he goes, well, I guess I'll just have to write your name down and just tell him to send it back to sender. And I'm just like, so you can't help at all? And he's like, no. And actually, also, we'll have to charge you a handling fee. A handling fee for what? Well, you didn't handle nothing. You didn't handle anything. You didn't handle the package. You didn't handle anything for me. What are you handling? What's the handle? There's no handle. So he's like, well, what happens is, because if you have it sent UPS, then USPS has to handle it. We have to sort through those packages and then we have to give it to you and we have to weigh it. And then I was like, okay, that doesn't even make any sense. I've never heard of that. And I've never had that when I've used general delivery before. He's like, well, this is the way that it is. This is the way it is. And so, he said, and you did it wrong anyways. You're not supposed to put the address on Amazon. And I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, you're supposed to just write general delivery. I said, well, you have to put an address in Amazon. He goes, well, you did it wrong. And this is not your address. And the way he said it, he's like, this is not your address. Like as if I was trying to like live at the post office. And when you get that little like heightened feeling where you're like, maybe like about to snap on someone. And I knew at that point I need to contact the Holy Spirit and just take a deep breath and just walk away, just walk out. Because the way he was just talking was just like, I hold all the cards, you don't. This is the way it's going to be, and too bad for you. And so I was like, okay, thank you. And then I just walked away. And I probably did maybe say a cuss word or two while I got in the van, I'm pretty sure. Because I was just like so annoyed that I had been waiting 3 flipping days for this package. And then it's sitting at the post office. It's in a pile sitting there and I just can't get it. And it's just really frustrating to know that it's there, but you can't get it. So let me read some of the comments and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. Let me scroll back. Oh my goodness. Okay, Brenda says, I got 105,000 miles on my GMC and had 23,000 when I got her. Oh, that's awesome. You've done a lot of traveling. Oh, awesome. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada, in my van, also eating. I mean, eating's great. Methuselah, oldest man in the Bible. Oh, I should know that. I think I was thinking of Medusa, like for some reason, and I'm like, it sounds familiar, but clearly that's the wrong thing. Hey Priscilla, I've been having lots of problems getting to sleep, the sleep I need for at least a month. Ascension means your consciousness is raising. More love, more sympathy for the others, knowing we are all one. Methuselah was the biblical patriarch. He had the longest lifespan of all those given in the Bible, dying at 969 years. Simon is getting there. Yes. Nope, not easy to get Amazon here either. I find doing a big long hike or workout helps me fall asleep. You know what, Deborah? That's actually a smart idea because I'm too exhausted to stay awake. It really helps. I'll tell you why I couldn't fall asleep last night, which I'll tell you in a few minutes. Hey, Gypsy Movement, Dora's in the house. Hey, JJ. Let's see. Hey, Thomas, veterans in the house. Andrea says that's frustrating. Hey, Great Lakes girl. HDJ, yes, apparently it was my fault. Then Melina, I just began my platform bed build today and my 2002 Ford Explorer. Can't wait to get to take a trip. Awesome. That's awesome. That's a big move right there. I would want to speak to his boss. Wow, Rebecca says. I think he might have been the boss at that place, but I don't know 100%. I would have been asking for his manager because I just don't deal with people like that. Some people just like to be miserable. And they were very short staffed. Like I think that it was just him and one other lady and maybe one other person like sorting, but I don't know. Like I didn't see really anybody else. Well, you make a complaint. Some people aren't happy with their jobs and they take it out on clients. I mean, that's true. Hey, thanks, Grant, for putting that. Yes, if you would like to donate to the snack fund, feel free. You can hit the dollar sign under the chat or Venmo, Cash App, or whatever. Also not necessary, but I appreciate any donations. Let's go. Yes. Her issues, don't know why I feel so protective but can't get there in time to make it makes me sad. Oh, thank you so much. Some USPS office charges $20 for getting your packages there. They hold it captive until you pay. That's ridiculous. Oldest man yet the father outlived him. Yes, Robert. Hey, Tracy's in the house. Hey, Anthony. Getting soaked with rain, 40 miles an hour winds and tornadoes. Oh no, stay safe, Anthony. Hey, Thumbelina Random Girl, $4 super sticker. Ooh, ooh. Let me get where'd my phone go? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Let's give you a shout out. Let me turn this on. Ooh, I'm gonna start off with a strong victory. And I just noticed a Cash App from guess who? You guys probably already know. Tammy sent $25. Thank you so much, Tammy. You were such a blessing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And I'm going to give you a hey. Thank you very much, Tammy. So very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. No, I'm usually very nice about it. Suggest that you try melatonin for help with sleep. Melatonin's good, but if you overdo it, it's not going to work anymore. But I do have this that does work sometimes, which I try not to use it. But wait, where's the camera? Oh yeah, Calms Forte. It's a natural like sleep aid, and these work pretty well. It just kind of like calms your brain so that you can stop overthinking, so that you can get to sleep. So I only take those when I'm in a place that I feel like really secure. Sometimes if I'm in like a parking lot that I'm not 100% sure, I don't like to take anything because I like to stay on my toes. Dia said, I finally started my trip to Bellingham, Washington. I'll be staying in Billings, Montana for when awesome, Dia. That's so exciting. Gypsy Movadora says, girl, you're looking good lately with Noble Nomads. Thank you. If y'all haven't done, like, show Allison some love by like it. Thank you guys. So thank you, Dora. Thank you. Hey, Michelle coming through with the $4.99 super sticker. Give me a shoulder pop. Woohoo! Thomas says, you deserve respect and love from all because your soul and heart speaks volumes. Thank you so much, Thomas. That is a very sweet thing to say. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Thumbelina. Dono hype. Michelle, you just donated, but I'm gonna give you another shout out. Let's give you thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate it. Tension tamer tea helps and sleepy time tea. Oh, that's a good tip as well. I forgot to that I can actually drink tea at night. Okay. So the rest of the story is that after I walked away with it wasn't calm, but I walked away before I snapped on the guy. Then I was going to meet up with Adriana, my friend who I'm traveling with. I was going to go meet up with her at the Starbucks to let her know that, I couldn't get my package and I'm out of there. Because we're loosely following each other, and so I wasn't sure if she wanted to go yet, but she wanted to stay another night, and I was ready to get out of Bozeman. So I went to the Starbucks, and she's like, "Did you get your package?" And I was like, "No." And then I told her what happened, and she was like, "Unacceptable. We're going back over there." And I was like, "No, like I don't want to start a fight, but also I would like my package if I could get it." So what we decided to do is that we would go back to the post office, and then I would give the person at the counter like my name and show her ID or whatever and write a little note saying that she could pick it up for me the next day since she was going to stay one extra day. So we thought that was a perfect solution. So she could just pick it up. I could get on the road and be on my way, and I could move on to Missoula, which Missoula, Montana is like 3 hours from Bozeman. So that was like the plan. So we left Starbucks, we drove back over to the post office, and the line was double as long at that time. And there was only one lady working the counter for the most time. And there was other people in line that were saying that they had the same experience, that the people at the counter were telling people, no, you can't pick up your stuff. It's not here. You got to go to the other post office. And they were just giving everybody the runaround. Lady behind us was getting that answer. She had come back a second time as well. And the lady in front that was at the counter, and actually the guy that helped me before, he had come out by then. And I heard him say the same thing to this other lady, like, oh, your package isn't here. So I'm like, what is going on here? They're just sending people away. Like, they're just not even caring about people's stuff. They just don't care. Hey, Butterfly Tracks. Um, so we waited in line. We waited and waited and waited and waited. And finally we got to the counter. And of course we got the same guy. And so I said, hey, I'm sure you remember me. I was here earlier. I'm trying to get my package. And Adriana was like, you can't just like go look for it real quick. And he's like, no. And then he just was like not having it. So we told him, hey, can I have her pick up my package tomorrow? He goes, yeah, that's fine. Just stand over here and write a note with your name and her name, and she could take the note and then bring it with her, which doesn't make sense. And she's like, well, are you going to be here tomorrow? Because you're the only one that's going to know what's happening. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow. And so he's like, but you're still going to have to pay a handling fee. No, like, what are you talking about? And so we were like, so how much is the handling fee? He goes, I don't know. And we're like, can you give me an like estimate? And he's like, no, I'd have to know the package and the weight and the size and stuff. And I said, it's a box. It's probably like this big. It's, just a very like small situation. He goes, I don't know. It could be like $12, whatever, $5, $12, $20, whatever. I'm not going to pay $12 just to like literally have somebody hand me a package. I was like, I'm over it. And so I just told Adriana, I'm done. I don't even care about it anymore. I'm over it. I don't even care. So she's like, are you sure? I said, yeah. And so we just left because I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to pay that money. It's the principle. I'm not going to pay $12. I mean, I don't even know if it was $12. It could be like somebody said, $20. It's just not worth it. Like, it's just a dumb thing. And so I just got to that point where I was done. I didn't want to be there anymore. I had my limit, and I just told her, don't worry about it. And so I went in the van and I went on Amazon and canceled the order and just said it didn't arrive in time, because technically it arrived, but it didn't arrive in time for me to actually get it. Like, I couldn't get it. And so I don't know. I guess they'll just send it back. I don't really know. So I did end up driving to Missoula. I got to Missoula a couple days ago. And I wasn't feeling the vibe there either. It was like too crowded. I don't know. It just like I just didn't feel, you just get a feeling. I just didn't get that loving feeling from Missoula either. Let me look at my notes. Let's see. Oh, and also, P.S. If you do want to have something from Amazon delivered, instead of you using USPS general delivery, because clearly that didn't work. So I thought so this is the title of this live stream. I thought I could do that, but apparently with Amazon, some of these postal offices are like, no thanks. They don't want to deal with it, and they will charge you a handling fee. So I called UPS, like the actual UPS store here in Missoula, and they said that at any UPS store, if you have something that's from being sent using the UPS service, you can have a package delivered to UPS store, but it is a $5 pickup fee. And I don't know if it's I think it's per package. So that could add up. Like, if Amazon decides to send 4 items in 2 different boxes or 3 different boxes, again, you're going to be paying like whatever, $5, $10, $15. So that's not ideal either. So, I got to Missoula and I was like, "Okay, I don't really love it here either." Um, let's see. I have a little side story, but let me see how to, like, work this in here. So, I'll circle back around, but long story short, I only stayed in Missoula like 2 days, and then today I drove to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which I've been trying to get back to Idaho for 452 years, and I finally made it, and it's beautiful here. I I just got here a few hours ago, so I haven't had time to explore or anything. Water alarm. Um, so I'm in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Now, when I was back in Bozeman, okay, you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't really see it because I use this brown hair powder, but my hair is atrocious. My grays are like 4th of July sparklers. It's going to be popping on 4th of July because my grays are just like out of control. And my blonde is no longer like really vibrant anymore. It's just a bad look. Like, it's just not, it doesn't, I don't love it. It feels just like no thanks. So I tried to get an appointment in Bozeman, and those fools were booked out till like mid July. So they put me on a waiting list, but obviously I left Bozeman, so I didn't get my hair done there. I tried to get an appointment in Missoula, also booked till mid July. Like I'm not anybody special. Don't get me wrong. Like I know that hair salons book out in advance, but I just thought that of all the whole city, I might be able to find somebody to go to, but no. And even here in Coeur d'Alene, they're booked out, which I'll probably stay in Coeur d'Alene for a while, but the prices here are much higher. So I don't know that I'm really going to want to pay that much to get my hair done. So I'm kind of in a quandary with my hair, but just that's to be determined what's going to happen with that because even though I want my hair done, I'm not going to like spend excess money to do that. I'll just wear a hat or a scarf or I don't know, a hoodie. So that's my little side note on that. Now, back to Missoula. When I was in Missoula, the first night I stayed at a hotel parking lot. Um, and I felt safe there, but I just had this like feeling come over me like something bad was happening, like something bad. I don't know what. Like the feeling was like something bad is going to happen, like to my family or friends or like just I don't know. I usually don't get that feeling, and then I had like the like starting feeling of a heartburn, but it wasn't heartburn. I just like my body didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right, and so I couldn't sleep like almost the whole night. I was just so tired, and so that night I just couldn't get a good sleep. And so I just didn't really feel great in Missoula. And then Adriana finally came uh, yesterday and met up with me in Missoula. And I had found a place that serves Turkish coffee, which is something that she and I have been trying to find whenever we meet up. And we really haven't been able to find it. So I told her, hey, there's a place here that we can go get this Turkish coffee. And so she said, okay, well, why don't we go to this place that serves Greek food first, eat the food, and then go over to the coffee place that you found. So we went to this Greek restaurant, which was like more like a, not like a, it's more like a takeout place, but they have chairs, but it's more like just like a kind of, not like restaurant where they, take your order and blah, blah, blah. You order at the counter, they bring it out, blah, blah. Um, of all the Greek food I've ever had, Mediterranean, I don't know, is it Greek or Mediterranean or is it all the same? I don't know. Of all the I've ever had, which is not that much because I haven't had Greek food like for my whole life. I just probably only started having it the last few years. This was not, this was the lowest score. And it wasn't that it was bad. It was just the way they made it felt very inauthentic. And I got the falafel gyro, and I don't know why, but they put like spicy powder in it. I'm like, bro, you don't have to do that. You don't have to put spicy in a falafel. It doesn't need it. and I wanted some extra tzatziki sauce, and it was 75 cents for like a little container. 75. Shoot, that's that's too much. I mean, I could see if it was like a quarter or even 50 cents, but that's almost a dollar for like a little tiny tzatziki sauce. So whatever for that. And then I got this spanakopita, spanakopita. I don't know how to say it. Spanakopita. It's like a spinach pie kind of thing. And it would have been delicious, but again, they put this spicy powder in it. And I'm like, you don't need that. The taste of the spinach and like the buttery, like flaky crust, it's enough. If your food is good, you don't need to like spice it down with hot spices. It just ruins it. And you know, I'm a wimp when it comes to spice. And even Adriana said it was spicy, so she vouches for this. And then I had saw some baklava, behind the person taking the order, and it was like this big. And I said, "Oh, is that baklava?" And she said, "Yeah." And so it was $4, but it was like a substantial piece. So I was like, you know what? I'll get it, and me and Adriana could split it, and enjoy that, and take it when we go have our coffee. When this person delivered it, I don't know how to show you. When the person delivered it, it wasn't this. It wasn't this square. They cut it in a diagonal, so it was just like a little bit bigger than this. $4. What? No, I wasn't happy with the whole thing. The food wasn't terrible. It just wasn't like the greatest. And the thing that really chapped my hides like to the highest level is that some of you will get this because you guys follow the channel like loyal and strong. I eat out a lot, but in the past 7 days, I hadn't eaten out one time except for coffee. I've cooked every meal in my van and used stuff up that I have in my fridge and my pantry. That's a huge deal. For those of you that know me, I don't cook. I don't like to cook. I'm not a great cook. I don't care about anything in here. I want to eat out. But I've been really trying to like watch my weight, watch my money, watch all the things. And so I buckled down and I was like, you are going to eat in your van. And so for the like 6 or 7 days, I hadn't eaten out. And so this was my first meal out, was this Greek place. And then I was like, I wasted my mouth space on this place. Now, again, it wasn't terrible. I don't want to like make it like that it was the worst place. It's just that I've had way better Greek food and I just was like kind of bummed out. So I think we are going to go out to dinner tonight and maybe it'll make up for whatever we get. I don't know. But anyways, that's that. And so the reason that I couldn't sleep last night is because after that Greek place, we went over to this coffee house called Liquid Planet, or is it Planet Liquid? I forget. But it was a really cool, they had more than one, but we went to the downtown location and it was a really cool spot. This is like the best part of Missoula, in my opinion, was this place. It was like it's a big coffee place. And they had like all these different types of coffees, and they had Turkish coffee, which comes in this like gold, like simmering pot with a long handle. And then they give you, 2 cups, enough for 2 people. And Adriana graciously bought it for us, and I appreciate that very much. And they give you this little container of creamer. But honestly, like I tried it black, and it wasn't even that bad. Like, for me to like black coffee, it's saying a lot. So it was pretty good. But we had that at like 8 p.m. and I am weak when it comes to caffeine. So that's my fault because I really wanted to try the Turkish coffee, especially after we had like not the greatest meal. And we went over to this coffee house and we sat there and then like enjoyed our coffee. And it was really nice. This must have been, yeah, I think they closed at 8, or did they close at 9? I don't know. It's all a blur. But the Turkish coffee was really good. And I enjoyed it very much. But even though I was tired, I couldn't really sleep. Also, on another side note, I have a lot of side notes today. No one told me the Montana never gets dark. Like it does get dark, but it's literally light outside until like 10:30 at night. Like no joke. It was like light outside. I was like, where are we? Like, what is happening? Are we in a time warp? I don't understand what's happening. And it was just stayed light. And so my body was just like all messed up because I'm like, it's supposed to be time for sleeping, but it's still light outside. And plus, I've had coffee. And so all night I was just like up and I could hear every sound. We parked at the Cracker Barrel, which was a great experience, but I could hear all the trucks and vans pulling in all night. And I kept looking out my shades because I thought I heard stuff. It was just nuts. So I feel tired today. And then this morning we got up, we had, coffee, got gas and all the stuff. And then we jumped on the road. And then, like I said, we drove another 3 hours. And immediately crossing into Idaho, I had a good feeling. The trees were beautiful and lush. It was just really beautiful. And so, like I said, we haven't had time to explore because we just like got here and started doing live streamy stuff. Um, so definitely on the next live stream, I'll let you guys know how it is over here. But so far, I feel like this place is a little more spread out. And like I feel even just like a little bit better compared to the last few places I've been. And I've reordered the things on Amazon, and there's an Amazon locker here. There's actually 3 Amazon lockers. So I should be getting my stuff. I think they said Monday or Tuesday. So that's not too bad. I don't mind staying here because it's pretty here. So let me read some of these comments, and I got to tell you about another thing that happened. Like I said, I got a lot to say today. Okay. When you get a chance, pull up the Google review of the place and mention the worker you're having trouble with. Some organizations do pay attention. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I didn't even get that guy's name. I was like, I don't know. I was too mad. So I can't be around much. I'm in college to get my engineering degree in telecommunications at 57. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Yes, Google reviews are great. Hey, John from Texas. Awesome. Crossroad Customs. Are the workers keeping the packages? Ooh, Thumbelina. I didn't even think about that. I wonder if they are. Well, I guess I'll find out. If Amazon says they didn't get it, then I will have to like get a little like, upset. And this guy was the USPS worker. Yes, USPS worker right at the counter. That's crazy. Sorry to have it. Thank you, Heather. Did you ask to speak to the postmaster? I did not. I did not. If this guy was a USPS, that's the reason why Amazon is beating out USPS. I mean, that's probably true. Yeah, definitely kept my $12. Daya says Missoula was my next stop. Well, Daya, hopefully you have a better experience in Missoula. Like I said, I didn't give it too much of a chance because I think I was just over it. So I don't think it was terrible, but I would say downtown was pretty nice. But the west side was a little more quiet than the east. The east side, as soon as I pulled in Missoula, the east side of Missoula, I saw a bunch of homeless people walking around, and even at the Walmart, it was kind of a little fishy, and I was like, I don't know about this place. But on the west side, there's lots of hotels. There's Cracker Barrel. There's places you can park. The Walmart there has big signs saying you cannot park here at Walmart. So if you go to Missoula, you'll be able to find places. I was talking, Fireman Larry says, I was talking with my postal carrier about packages from the delivery services. Apparently, they just drop off packages at the post office and expect them to make the deliveries that they were paid to. Oh, dang, I did not know that. They get paid big bucks and awesome bennies, too. I don't understand why they would be so rude. I don't know, JJ. My hair, Robbie says, my whole face hair is white. Guy says, my hair is all salt and pepper. Tema says, you are kidding. Being beautiful is a curse you can't get rid of. Thank you. Then Melina, I'm 47 and have started to get a few gray hairs. I decided to just own it and save the money. Dang, like I'm 48 and I just don't like it. I'm like, personally, on me, I don't like the way it looks. But it is expensive. It's one of the only expenses that I kind of bite the bullet on. Hey, Camille, how are you? JJ, I just started going gray at 51. I love it. It's like the highlights. You guys are lucky. I was going gray in my 30s. I can't dye my own hair, Reverend RV. Like when I had just one color hair. So my hair color is naturally like the most dark brown you could have. And I used to dye it myself, and that's fine. But once I have put blonde highlights in, if you put brown up here in the roots and it can like when you rinse it out, it can like dull down the blonde. It's a whole thing. So I have done my roots before. It didn't go so well. So if I had just one color and maybe like in the next year, I might just go back to all like my one dark hair and then I could just do it myself. And that's super cheap. But for now, since it is blonde, then I kind of have to get somebody to do it. Tracy says, I dye my own hair, looks okay. I'm blonde. So if you miss any of the grays, just blend them. Yeah, usually when they do the blondes, it just kind of blends in. Robbie, I have a mullet and it's 122 degrees. That is very hot. I think Greek falls under Mediterranean foods. Yeah, I think so, but I don't know. Let's see. Spanakopita. Yes. Yes, usually it is delicious. This one was too spicy. Baklava is so tedious to make. My grandma made it so good. And I agree, JJ. Like every place I've been to that has baklava, they do charge a good little amount for it because it is a lot of work. And usually I don't even mind paying for it. I think it was just the switcheroo when I asked her if that's the baklava, and she says yes. And clearly it did look like squares. And that's what I don't like is when you think it's one thing and then they bring it to you and it's different. Let's see. Life would be more fun for me if I liked coffee. Oops, it skipped up. Let me just start doing this. There we go. Coffee and country music. There's a lot of it free out there. Yes. I wish caffeine works for me. Body armor is a sporting clothes. Sports clothes, yes. Upstate Poland, Michigan is like that. Yes. Yes, it's super light here. Oh, it is. Okay. So TJ, it's super light in Washington State to like 10 or 10:30. Maybe that's just like a northern thing. I don't know. Is it like that in Canada? Maybe like Grant will know. As long as you have Reese's, you are good. That's true. I have one Reese's cup left in my freezer. I'm trying to like hold on to it. Oh, okay. The clothing brand is Under Armour. The drink is Body Armor. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here comes Grant with it stays light here in Alberta until 10:30 or 10:45 at this time of year. It never really gets completely dark. That's what I'm talking about. It was so crazy. I was like not like prepared for that. Hey Phil, how are you? Uh, Favorite town in Montana, Wyoming, or Idaho? Hands down, my two favorite places so far have been Thermopolis and Cody, Wyoming. Both of them in Wyoming. I loved it. I thought it was like so peaceful. It was like everyone was so nice. There was room to spread out and just like enjoy yourself. No one messed with you. And it was just like so awesome. Now, neither of those places had a Planet Fitness. So that was like the only downfall. But in Thermopolis, they have the hot springs that are free and they have showers. So you can shower there for free. And then in Cody, they have the aquatic center and you can get a shower and a steam room for $4. So that was also great. Thank you, Michelle. There is a nationwide worker shortage and people are short-tempered because they are overworked. My mom just quit her job at Kroger because she was being overworked to the vet. I totally agree with you. Is it Keta Rita or Kita Rita? And I have been trying like to be very conscious of that and very like, okay, there's like one or two workers for every space. And even when I went to the post office, like I think it was just his attitude about it was just very condescending. The way he was speaking to me was like not even just like impatient or whatever, just almost like I don't even know. Just you get that feeling from some people where you're just like I like the vibe I got from him was like I hold the cards. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do, what I'm not gonna do, and too bad for you. Like I just didn't like his vibe. I don't know. But you are right. And I agree with you. There's a lot of shortage of workers, so everyone is trying to do their best. So I do try to keep that in mind. Robbie says, I'm 39, my face hair is white, and I never got chest hair. Well, fun fact, I don't like when guys have chest hair. And that's just my personal opinion. But whatever. No reason for that guy at the post office to be rude though. Yeah, for sure. I started going gray when I was in my early 20s, says Tracy. Yeah, so you feel what I'm saying. Jackie says, I go to Sally's store and get my dye. Grant pays for it because he doesn't like the gray, so I am okay with that. Yes. So Jackie, before I had blonde highlights and my hair was just one color, that's where I would get my stuff is at Sally's because I would buy the toner and the color and mix it myself. And so I could just do root touch-ups whenever I wanted. I stopped buying box color years ago because it's like more harsh. So if you go to Sally's, you can buy whatever toner or not toner, but the developer. Um, yeah, so it's great. Ragdoll. About 5 years ago, I stopped coloring my hair as I was going to have surgery, and it was going to be a long recovery. Plus, it's been trendy. I haven't looked back and love it. No roots to worry about. That's awesome. I don't know, man. Like, I've I've kind of let my grays go at one time, and then I just was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't feel like I look good with it. So no. Yes. Hey, Linda John 316, how are you? Whoop, whoop, extra point. Jose says trim chest hair. Yeah, that's fine. I just like it. Like I don't like the fuzzy ape hair, or some people call it taco meat. Did you guys know that when a guy has like curly chest hair, they call it taco meat, and I think it's so funny. But that's not the kind of taco meat I would ever want to have anything to do with. So I don't know. That's just my personal preference. I'm not saying that I wouldn't date somebody if they had chest hair, but I like a nice smooth chest. This isn't the conversation for today, but I'm just letting it be known. Hey, Chris Miller, how are you? Yes, I don't like heat hair. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is I want to talk to you about this last thing, and then I think we should play that push the button game for a few minutes. I'm not gonna play it forever tonight because I am hungry. But there's one last thing I want to talk to you about. If you are a nomad, this should come in handy. Like if you are like a true, I'm not even just making this up. Like if you are actually a true person that lives on the road or like travels a lot, is not in your home state a lot, or whatever, then this tip is going to be helpful for you. And I will probably make either a video about this or a short about this, depending on how long it takes for me to record it. Let me turn this off. Oh, that's a weird thing to just show about chest hair on my screen. Um, excuse me. So back in, I think, let's see. I don't know. I got to think about this I think back in March, like right after I left California, my mom or dad called me and said that I got a jury duty notice. I was like, really? I just left. I'm not coming back for jury duty. So I took did I get it before I left? I must have got it. I gotta think about this for a second. I must have got the notice right before I left because I had it with me. Or maybe I just took a picture of it and called. Anyways, we're not gonna mess with the details. Bottom line is I had the information. So I I think I had the card. So I put the card over here and then I just forgot. Honestly, I just forgot about it. And so the day of the jury came and I had just been cleaning up around here and then I noticed the card. And so I looked at the card the day after I was supposed to report for jury duty. So I was like, oh, shoot, like, that's a bummer. So I called the number on the card and I talked to the lady and I said, yeah, it says I needed to call for jury duty to see if I have to come in. And she's like, you were supposed to call yesterday. Also, another mean person. I was like, what is it up with these people? She's like, you're supposed to call yesterday. I said, yeah, I know. I'm traveling. I forgot about it. I know I was supposed to call yesterday, but I'm calling today to see what I can do. And she's like, uh, again, you were supposed to call yesterday. And I'm like, well, yesterday's gone. So, I mean, I don't have time traveler powers yet. So, what should I do today? And so she was like, "Well, you can ask for a deferral one time." I said, "Well, I guess I'll have to ask for a deferral." But she goes, "Well, when are you going to be back from traveling?" I said, "I don't know. I travel for a living. I don't know when I'm going to be back." She goes, "Well, we can only defer 90 days." And she's like, "So that'll take us into July." And I said, "Well, again, I don't think I'm going to be back in California by July." And she's like, "Well, I can only defer you for 90 days. So you'll just have to deal with it." She was not nice or helpful. but I know she was doing her job and that's all she could do. But her attitude was not really pleasant. So she deferred me. And so
Can you guys hear me? I think my AirPods died. Can you guys still hear? Give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me, because these died. So that's what I was using for a mic. Or if you can't hear me, just type "can't hear you," and then I'll know. Uh, okay, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, so anyways, she deferred me. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I won't get another notice. But my parents came out here to Cody, met me in Cody, Wyoming, like a week or two back. And as soon as they got back to California, my dad called and he says, "I got bad news." And I was like, "What?" I was so nervous. He goes, "You got another jury duty notice." I was like, "No, like she really did. She really deferred me." And so I was like, "Dang." And the jury duty notice was for me to appear in 2 weeks. I was like, "Bro, even if I could show up, I can't be back in 2 weeks. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to drive back." So I did some research and I looked it up. And there's like in California, there's only like maybe 5 or 6 reasons why you can ask for an excusal to be excused for the year for jury duty. You can be excused, P.S. You can be excused permanently if you have a permanent disability or if you're caring for somebody, like legitimately caring for them, like you're the full-time caregiver. Those are the like 2 reasons where you could just get a notice and don't ever have to serve ever again. Um, so I did some research, and so I found out that the 2 that would apply to me is one, extreme financial hardship if I have to go to jury duty, because if I don't work, if I don't make videos, I don't get paid. And number 2 is if the distance between you and the courthouse is more than 90 miles away. Jackpot. I'm 16 hours away. So that's like, I don't even know how many miles that is, but it's very far. So I compiled a letter, which when I make a video, I'll like show my actual wording. So if anybody is actually traveling, you could just send this letter. And I don't know if it works the same in all states, but for California, this worked for me. I wrote a letter because there was an email address on the card, and it said, or maybe it was on the website, and it said, if you feel you can apply for an excusal, send us an email. I sent an email. I wrote this letter saying I'm very far away. It would be a financial hardship, and the traveling distance would be too far. And within 24 hours, I got an email back from the, I don't know what they call it, county clerk, saying your excusal has been approved. So I don't have to do jury duty for the rest of this year. Now, I do understand how it is important to serve in the jury. I've done it before. But also, what's the point of me driving all the way back just to serve on a jury, and they might not even pick me? So that's what I want to tell you guys is, if you get a jury notice, don't immediately freak out. Just see what you can do for your state and write a letter and see if they'll excuse you for distance. Because if you're not there, then it doesn't make sense for you to have to drive back for that. Let's see. Oh, let me scroll back. Let's see. Carolyn says, I'm 71 and never colored my hair. Mine is a nice silver. Ooh, some people look so good with the silver hair. I don't like, Thimbelina says, I don't like anybody hair. I don't know why. I just like a slick man. LOL. I don't like it on myself either. Is that weird? No, that's me too. I don't like it. I don't want all the hair. Like, I don't mind arm hair or leg hair. So I guess, yeah, I don't mind it as much. But I feel you on the slick man. Like, I get it. I get it. Hey, Kayla, how are you? TJ's laughing at the taco meat. Hey, Icy. Oh, today's trivia. What is Stevie Nicks' full first name? I do not know. Stevie Stevenosha. I don't know. What's your favorite state you've traveled around? Chris asks. I can't even answer that because every state is so different, but I really enjoyed Nebraska and Wyoming on this particular journey, and I really do like Florida and Georgia. There's lots of states that I really enjoy. I can tell you so far in my journey, the 2 states that I didn't love, not gonna say I hated it because I didn't explore all of it. And I'm sure if I went back and found some cool things, I'd probably enjoy it too. The 2 states that I didn't feel the best vibe was Mississippi and Montana. Now, again, like I said, I can't vouch for the whole state, but those 2 states, I was just like, I don't really care about it. Now, Montana is beautiful though. There's a lot of beautiful driving, but I just wasn't loving it. Allie is still coughing from the cayenne pepper and the falafel. I mean, the facts, Phil, facts. For some reason, I didn't get it. Oh, no. Have you ever been to the Oregon coast? It's beautiful. Julie, I've been to Oregon. I can't remember if I went to the Oregon coast, to be honest, or not. But I think I might be going there, but I don't know. I'm going to stick around Idaho for at least a few weeks, and then maybe I might go onto the coast. I honestly know Stevie's first name. I don't know that answer. Oh, don't know. Okay. In the matter of fact, you sound even better without the. Oh, okay, good. So this is one of the first times that I was ever able to go live on my actual laptop because I'm sitting outside of a Starbucks and I'm connected to their Wi-Fi. Otherwise, I have to go on my iPad, which I don't love. But going on my actual laptop is awesome when I can connect to somebody else's Wi-Fi. So that's probably why it sounds better because my iPad sound sucks. How can they make you come in for jury? I know. I don't think they can, but they can fine you in California. So I don't want to get a fine. Oh, good. I'm glad it's clearer. So, okay. So if I use my laptop, I won't use these anymore, which is better because it, after a while, it's just irritating. Traveling with my husband and kids outside. Rick's Gypsy says, traveling with my husband and kids outside Snowville, Idaho. Husband lost control of the van and we rolled over 3 times in the grassy median. We were blessed to walk away uninjured. Instant gray hair. I almost got more instant gray hair just reading that. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you guys are okay because that's terrifying. That is terrifying. Oh my God. God bless you that you're okay. Woof. That is rough. Then Belina says, tell him to prove you received that notice. I mean, that's actually true. Yes, thank goodness. Rick's Gypsy is fine. I had a friend who went to jury duty. He told the lawyer and the defendant is always guilty. He was never called back. That's funny. That's a good thing to say. Such helpful info for nomads. Thank you. Sometimes we settle out of court right before the court opens. Yes, that's true. Yay, glad you have more time. Yes. I have chicken legs, says Robbie. Michelle says stevia. That's funny. HEJ. Allison, the rude people has knocked you off balance a little. Say a prayer for them and remember that our world has people like that. Yes, laugh and don't let them bother you. Amen to that. Amen. Or move countries and don't pick me in New Zealand because I'm not there, and don't here in Aussie because I can't vote, so not on electoral roll. Let's see. Love the Oregon coast. Do you like the East Coast or the West Coast better? Ooh, Hallie, I can't even answer that because I am a West Coast girl. Like I was born and raised in California. I love the West Coast. However, sometimes in my heart, I feel like maybe I was supposed to be born on the East Coast because I like the vibe over there and I love the beaches and I just love the green. I just love it. In California, like at least where I grew up, it didn't have like as much green. I just love it. So I like both, to be honest. Yes, Stephanie is correct. Oh, okay. Stephanie is Stevie Nicks' real name. That is interesting. I did not know that. Reverend RV says, my friend said he was on a jury. He could tell that the wife was lying. Everyone else thought the husband was guilty. He changed everyone's mind. The husband was saved from a setup. Oh, that's interesting. I was on a jury years ago, and it was for this young girl who was caught with, I don't know if it was like PCP or heroin or something. And it was clear that she was guilty, but the lawyer made a good case, but she was definitely guilty. There are only 2 shoe stores in all of Mississippi. I'm not surprised. What? That is crazy. Chris says, I'm going to school in Redwoods, living out of my car. Ooh, interesting. Redwoods are beautiful. I think you'd like Montana up in Glacier. Yes, probably. I probably would. I think it's just like I don't really love the cities being so compact. See, I live in Mobile, Alabama. I am not sure where I can go that is close by to start my weekend adventures. I loved Alabama. I can't remember where I went in Alabama now because that was when I was in my car. But I loved I thought Alabama was beautiful. But I don't remember if I was in Mobile. I think I did go to Mobile, but I can't remember. But there's plenty of places. You can always find a place. If you can find like, a hotel parking lot or a neighborhood, you definitely can. You can definitely go places. Also go on Atlas Obscura. That's the website, Atlas Obscura. And there's also an app, and it'll show you all the fun and cool things in each state, like weird things. Did you pass through Casper, Wyoming? I'm bailing out of NYC. Yes, I was in Casper for 1 or 2 nights. And that was cool. It was great. No problem. But I didn't feel like staying there for long term, but it was fine. I don't know what I'm having for dinner yet, Robbie. Irritating, yes. Okay. Being the fact that I am an adult now, I might get called to jury. You could get called to jury duty. I've never been in an accident, knock on wood. I can't imagine the fear. Yes, I have been in an accident and it sucks. The West Coast beaches are beautiful, but the East Coast waters are way more warmer. Yeah. And also I love the Florida beaches because they're like more blue. Carolyn, I got permanently excused from jury duty because I'm diagnosed with post-polio syndrome. Oh, interesting. But sorry you have that. But also, yes, if you have any kind of thing that you can get from your doctor, like a note, then you take it down and they'll put it in the file or whatever and excuse you permanently. Hallie, I live in an SUV on the East Coast, but I don't know, find it hard to find overnight parking. The West Coast seems to have more opportunities for overnight. It's just different everywhere. Like I could see that, like on the East Coast, it's a little like there was times where I found it a little bit harder, but I feel that there's always a place. Just keep looking. Hey, Carol, Glorious Life on Wheels is in the house. How are you? We need to catch up, Carol. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so let's transition over. Thank you, Grant, for posting that. What is jury duty? Is it if jury duty is where you go to the courthouse and you're on a jury of your peers where you decide if somebody's guilty or innocent. And that's just the way it goes. Let's see. I just got a notification here. Robbie sent $25 for dinner fund. Whoop, whoop. And it's really cool. Robbie discovered something that I didn't even know about. Like I knew about it, but I didn't know about it. Is that on Facebook, like, I don't know, Robbie, I can't really explain it, but on Facebook Messenger, or if you're friends, I don't even know if you have to be friends, but if you're friends on Facebook, I guess you can just send somebody money. I guess it works for, like, for example, if you sell something on Facebook Marketplace, you can pay somebody, like say I was selling, a lamp and somebody bought it. They can pay me on Facebook for that lamp and come buy it. Or if they come in person, they can show you they paid for it on Facebook. So Robbie was like, I'm going to try to pay you some money on Facebook. And I was like, no, you don't need to donate anything. You're already like moderating and all the things. But he still did it. He still sent me a bunch of like money yesterday, the day before, like $5, $2, $20, whatever dollars, which I truly appreciate. So he asked me if I got it, and I did get it. And the cool thing about Facebook, and if you guys want to do this too, like if you want to pay each other, like friends or family, or purchase goods instead of using PayPal, is that with Facebook, they don't take a fee. So you could pay somebody on Facebook and it comes to your bank account like pretty much immediately. So he just sent $25 for the dinner fund, for the snack fund. So let me give you a shout out. Let's give you. Thank you, Robbie, and thank you for the donations during the week as well. I appreciate you so, so much. Also, I was able to talk to Robbie on the phone for the first time ever. And I usually don't make phone calls or talk to people on the phone unless they're like in my circle of like friends and family, because I have limited time and I like to just like have some time to myself, and I do work a lot. But Robbie's been a moderator for a long time, so I really felt like I wanted to at least give a call and just like get to know him a little bit, him and Grant. So I appreciated that call very much, and it like was great to get to know him a little bit more. So thank you for that, Robbie. Let's see. Katarina, if you do the Oregon Coast, you absolutely must go to Tillamook Factory. It's fun, it's free, fun, and you get to try flavors of ice cream that are not sold in stores. Ooh, that sounds like a winner right there. My friend has been living in his truck here in Massachusetts. Is that Massachusetts? Just sleeps in rest stops. Everyone in town just stops by every once in a while and say hi. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, rest stops are a good hit, and or if you find like a park and ride, that's also a good one. Lance says, I got excused from jury duty because I do not play well with others. That's another reason. 24-hour gyms, that's also a good one as long as they don't have posted signs. Truck stops, rest areas are a good place for sure. As for jury duty, you can be like the Florida woman on the news and ask to be excused because you'll have less time to spend with your sugar daddy. That happened? I don't have a sugar daddy, but that's funny. That's funny. The only time I was asked for jury duty was in basic training. I was excused. Yes, I bet. You have to be a Facebook friend with the PayPal thing. Oh, interesting. I did not know. Well, that's okay. I pretty much accept anybody on my Facebook because I don't really use it that much. What's the longest period of time you spent in an area living in your vehicle? Ooh, Hallie, that's a good question. I don't know. Like, I think I've spent, well, obviously, when I go back to California, at times, like, I'll stay in, like, San Diego area for, like, a couple months. So probably that's it. But in other states, I think I stayed in certain cities or areas for, like, a month, I think. Yeah, it's hard to remember because I've been to a lot of places. Yes, if you're young, you probably shouldn't be on the live stream, but also ask your mom and dad. I agree with that. I tried to pay my daughter and she refused the Facebook Pay. However, Facebook took the money from my account. How do I get that back? Wait a minute. It should be with your daughter, but I don't know. You'd have to contact Facebook. I don't know. Robbie says on that call I wouldn't shut up. No, it was great. I thought it was great. Okay. All right. Now I got to find out where I put this game. Let's just do 2 of the press the button. Do you go to TJ when you're in San Diego? You know what, Jose? I have not been to TJ since I was like in my late teens. So no, I haven't gone to, well, no, that's not true. Actually, I went to TJ back in, I think 2017 with my sons. We spent like, I think it was either right before or right after Christmas there. We got an Airbnb there, but we went to Rosarito. But in terms of like going to TJ and like, going out and stuff, yeah, when I was a teenager, I had a fake ID, allegedly, and they took it because they knew it was a fake ID. So that was like my experience in TJ. So I did never go back. Oh, is there audio issues? Let me see. There's this game called Press the Button, which we played last time. And it was really fun. So let's pull that up. You know what I want to try? Actually. No audio. She's okay. Dimbalina sent $5. Good night. I really enjoyed the live chat. I go to bed early so I can. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Let me give you a shout out real quick before you jump off. Hooray! Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. I did have a fake ID, allegedly. I'll tell the story another time because it's a little more involved. Food is really good in TJ, yes. Yeah, TJ's not my vibe, but yeah. Hey, Terry Zleski, how are you? Okay, so let me try this out. I think I could share the screen. So hopefully it doesn't share all my stuff. Not that I have any like crazy stuff up, but let's see. Share screen. Just gonna two monitors. Let's see. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio. Okay. Wait. What? Oh no. Okay. It's asking me to do all these weird things. Can you guys see that? Oh, Terry Zleski just sent $15. Thank you, Terry. We're going to have to catch up soon. Thank you so much. You're a blessing. And let me give you a shout. Thank you, Terry. I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. Okay. Oh, this is cool. I didn't think it was going to work because it was asking me to like restart my tabs and stuff, and I'm like, no, it's going to shut down the stream. What do you do throughout your day? Do you stay in your van or go out? I literally stay in my van a lot. I am almost like a homebody in my van. I edit a lot. I edit my videos a lot, and I record my videos a lot. I work a lot, and I like to just drink coffee. So maybe I'm not that much fun, but I do, spend a lot of time in my van. All right, so now I can barely see this on the screen, but Allie's Chevy van climbing Pikes Peak on a regular. Oh no. All right, so, geez, I wonder if I can increase this. Okay. I can't see the chat at the moment, but let me read this and then I'll come out of this. Oops. Oh, wait. Okay, so here's the question. Will you press the button? The way this works is we collectively have to figure out if we're going to press this button. So we'll do 2 of these so that, we'll have a fun time and then we'll get on with our Friday evening. So we ask this question and then we all give our answers, and then we'll see like kind of the majority, and then we'll see if we'll push the button. So the question is, which I haven't read this is just all of us are learning this at the same time. You can fall in love with anyone you want and marry them, but you can have sex only once a year. Bro, that's nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. but so are we going to push the button? You can fall in love with anyone you want and marry them, but you can only have sex once a year. What's you guys' answers? Grant. Editing is not easy. Can you recommend a free app? Ooh, I think I forget the name of it. I think it's called DaVinci Resolve. I think it's free to use DaVinci Resolve. It is a download, but I believe it's free. I use a paid editing editing software. It's not even a software, I don't think, but I use Premiere Pro and it's not free, but I think DaVinci Resolve is free. Hey, Deb G, how are you? Yes, we're still live. Hallie says, when you were living in a car, did you spend a lot of time in your car as well, or did you hang out at stores? I spent a lot of time in my car, and I did walk around stores to get out of the heat. But yes, I did spend a lot of time sitting. Is that once a year with the person you marry? Yes, Ragdoll. Once a year with your spouse. Michelle says no. Minnie Rhodes, nope. And Lance says, oh, so it's kind of like being married. That's funny. It's not funny, but that comment was funny. Michelle's laughing. Brenda says no. Robbie says yes. Thomas says sounds like married life. That's funny. Deb G, I would rather be alone, says JJ. Reverend Ari, yes. Someone would ask why I'm smiling because today is the day. That's funny. That's true. You'd be like, today's the day. Jackie says yes. Icy says no. Yes. Okay. Okay, so here's my thing. This is a terrible question. I do not appreciate it. And I think most of you said no. But I guess in my mind, the alternative is never getting to fall in love or be married, right? Because it's saying you can fall in love and get married, but you can only have sex once a year with that person. I guess the alternative is that you cannot fall in love. So you can have just all the sex you want. To me, that's not fulfilling. I've been down that road where you just, you've had some random sex and you can have it. You can just do whatever you want, but it's just never fulfilling. I would way more rather fall in love with somebody and enjoy that person. Like, there's a lot to be said for intimacy. You might not be able to have sex, but you can have some other things and some intimacy, and you could enjoy that person, like, as a person, and you can laugh and stuff. Now, there's going to be some like times where you're not going to be like super happy because you're going to probably want to have sex. But I think, if you think about even like when you get to your like elderliest age and you can't have sex anymore, as people, you still have to like enjoy your partner. So for me, I'm going to say yes. I would press this button. But I do understand that the whole thing kind of sucks because it's like you're with somebody you love and you want to have sex. But if that's the only way that I could be with the love of my life, then I would press that button. Yes. Let's see. Ragdoll says, I say for myself, no. Michelle says, I prefer being single. Thomas says, yes, your relationship is more important than sex. Michelle says, but if you love their mind, that's true. Hey, Joe. Icy says, oh, then yes to the question. Rebecca says, yes, because you're in love and that once a year will be spectacular. I mean, that's true. Andrea says, push it. HJ says, no. Grant says, Jackie, wait, what? Oh, man. If you live with the person you love, not being intimate would be torture. I mean, it would be torture, but not being in love, personally, I feel would be more torture because I would love to be in love and be with somebody. Purple Tam, no way. Terry says, for true love, then yes. Minnie Road says, someday I'll tell you how I knew that joke. Ragdoll, but I would want to be intimate with the love of my life, so it would be very sad. It would be very sad. Real sad. The most sad. Jackie says, sex is not everything, like when Grant does the dishes and that's awesome. Pushed it real good. Yes. I'm going to push yes on this button because I feel strongly about this. Even at 90, I would say yes and give her the best 20 seconds of her life. Oh. Shannon says, it doesn't say that he is in love with you and treat you like a queen. If he is wonderfully kind and generous, I would say, yep, totally give up sex for love. Interesting. Yeah, they only give you this. And obviously you see there's ads all over this, but I think it's still a fun game. But yeah, I think so. TJ says I'll stay single. All right, so let's push this button. Let's push this button. Wait. Will you push the button? Yes. And then it goes to the, okay, so this is the cool part. It says 51% of the people press the button. So more like 2% more would do it. And then 49% would not go down that road. So it was pretty divided. That's interesting because I don't know, like I thought that more people would be more happy just to be like with the love of their life, but sex is very important. So I get it. I can see how this is almost a 50-50 split. That was funny. You haven't seen sexy until you've seen me vacuum. I want your dad's wisdom on this question. Ooh, yes, that is probably, yeah, that would be very interesting. All right, so this is the next, wait, let's get ready for this next question. And real quick, just for those that don't always come on the live streams, we used to do the live streams every Saturday, then we moved to them every Sunday, then we moved to every Friday. And so now we're not doing like scheduled live streams. I'm just going impromptu, and I'm trying to do more of them throughout the week. So that's why I'm not giving you a date for the next live stream. But I will probably try to go live either on Sunday or Monday, like pretty soon. I'm trying to do more live streams and keep you guys like more informed as I go along my journey. And that's easier for me to like come on and talk about things that I'm learning, things that I'm going through, things that I want to tell you guys about. So that's why I'm not giving you an actual date for the next live stream, but I'll probably come on fairly soon. And I appreciate you guys coming on. And I also appreciate Grant and Robbie coming on because I tell them all the time that they do not have to, but they're like constantly on to be moderators. And I just really appreciate that a lot because it helps, keep some of the riffraff out. Oh, excuse me. Ragdoll. I don't believe you, Grant. You'll need to come over to my house and prove it. Listen, if Grant's doing housework, I could, you could come do some like, cleaning up in my van as well. Listen. That's funny. Reverend RV, a young lady asked a senior citizen if he would like some soup or sex. He said if it was all the same to her, he'd rather have the soup. Oh, that's funny. Surprise streams, yes. Grant, I'm picturing you like Freddie Mercury vacuuming, and I want to break free. Like and find the bell. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's do this one last question. What's it gonna be? All right, so it's, this one's gonna suck because it has 9/11 in it, and that's very sad. Okay, so here's the question. Will you press the button? You can stop 9/11 from ever happening and erase it from history, but all the beautiful islands of the world is lost under sea forever. That's easy for me. I don't know about you guys. That's easy for me. I mean, islands are beautiful, but the amount of beauty in the world is everywhere. Like you can find beauty in everything. And the tragedy of 9/11, like I get chills already right now. Just the tragedy of so many, not only lives lost, but people's lives that were affected by it. 100%. Like I don't even have to wait on what you guys are going to say. I for sure would erase that from history because that was like totally terrible and just like one of the worst things. Terry says, that is so funny, Grandma. My ex-husband's grandmother told me the secret to good marriage is to vacuum naked. Notice I said ex. Oh, dang. Many roads. Adriana says, sink the islands, indeed. Michelle, after the islands are evacuated. Oh, yeah. After the islands are evacuated. Yeah, we don't want like another mass tragedy. All right, so we got no, but the islands have people. Yeah, so I don't know because they don't give us any more information. I hope they're not saying that everyone on the islands, because that just like wouldn't even make sense. Gee, with the loss of the islands, do we lose those people? Oh, I wish they had more information, but it doesn't. This is all we have to go on, you guys. I would erase it to the poor island dwellers. The 49% were the men, I bet you. Carolyn, probably true. No, I'm not pushing the button. Hawaii is full of people too. God bless us all. Said all islands. Oh, dude. But that would include Manhattan Island. Oh, dang, man. I don't like this question now. Like, obviously, if they could evacuate all the islands first, then of course that's an easy one. But shoot. All right, so here's my answer. If, like, obviously, if it's just islands that have been evacuated, then that's easy. Then yes, I'd push the button so that we can erase that in history. But if it's literal, just I guess we're just gonna have to go by what it says. Stop 9/11 from ever happening and erase it from history, but all the beautiful islands of the world is lost under the sea forever. I mean, is it just beautiful islands or is it all islands? Like if we're going literal. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to take it like literally that it would be islands, like even including people. So then I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna have to say no. I will not, because it's like they say the greater of what's the thing that they say? It's like the greater good. Because if you delete all the islands, that's hundreds of thousands of people, right? I mean, there's like so many people living on islands everywhere around the whole world. So then I don't think you can justify. I mean, you could justify it if you're a family member of somebody that was affected by 9/11, but as like the bigger population, I don't think you could justify that. This is not a fun one. We move these people to the mainland. Yes. Too many islands, too many people, and already live in 3 pro-island world. So I vote keep the islands. It said all the beautiful islands. I'm assuming no people's on islands. I don't like it either. This one's not fun. No, it's not. No, you should never fool with history. You never know what the results will happen. They could be, oh, that's a good point too. Is Australia technically an island? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Live in a pro-island world. That is. Okay. Wait, I think I did that wrong. I meant erase islands. Australia is an island too. Poorly composed question. Yeah, it is a poorly. Yeah, this is not a good question. To forget something means we are doomed to repeat it. So no. Ooh, interesting, Shannon. Like Hawaii, Japan, Philippines. Yes. I'm out of this one. Jackie's out. Icy says no. Carolyn says press it. Islands in the stream. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. That's a great song. I love that song, Michelle. Brenda says no. Lance says, oh, beautiful islands, only then no, Manhattan would be just fine. 9/11 was is one of the saddest things ever, and it changed all of our lives forever. That's true. Grant says, I abstain on this one. Terry says, I think I would pass on this question. Vancouver Island is gorgeous. Yes, it is. 9/11 was beneficial in the sense that it taught us that we are not 100% secure. It reminded us that what we see on the news happening in other countries can happen. That's true too. The butterfly effect. Oh, good point. The UK and Ireland islands. I have spaghetti. I love spaghetti. Oh, maybe I want spaghetti for dinner and garlic bread. Australia is not an island. Oh, interesting. We need a new topic. Okay. I said we're only going to do two questions, but in order to move on to the next question, I have to press either the button or press I will not. So I think I'm going to click I will not. Do you guys want to do one more quick one so that we can erase this one from our memories? Let's do it real quick. Ooh, so most people did not press the button. So I think they had the same as us. Okay, so here's the last question. You can have any woman or man you want, but you have to have a cage match fight with Chuck Norris. What the heck, bro? What the heck? We're going to do this one real quick. So throw in your answers real quick. So you can have any man or woman you want, but you're going to have to go into a cage fight with Chuck Norris. Like, Chuck Norris now? Is he still like in like fighting shape? Either way. Okay. We get butterfly effect on every single quiz. That's true, Ragdoll. Best of 3. All right. Yes, one more. Yes, please. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to get that visual of 9/11 out of my mind. So this is at least a little more fun. Your choices are tacos or Indian. Oh, I'd go tacos all day. Okay, let's see. All right. So Icy says no. Thomas says no. Terry says I had pimento cheese sandwich for dinner. Hubby is saying, oh, interesting. Tell John I said hi whenever you see him. That would be certain death, said Lance. Shanna says, I will not. TJ says, no way. I would accept, then forfeit immediately. Oh, Michelle, you're smart. Chuck Norris any day, says Adriana. Phil says, yes. Hey, Angela, how are you? Sure, because what an awesome story. Chuck Norris. I mean, that's facts. Carolyn, oh yeah, all those people? No, don't. Ragdoll, I mean, once I'm down, Chuck can't keep beating me up. I'm tap out too fast. Never fight Chuck Norris. Come on, Chuck, bring it. He's like 82. I think I could take him now. Ooh, those are fighting words, Grant. HDJ, easy. Yes. Kelly LeBrock, I'm on my way. For Chuck Norris and Mike Tyson, I have Sybil Shepherd too. Okay, look at you. Chloe says, down. Chuck's old. Brenda says, yes, but I would drop to the floor. Heather says, cage fight. Didn't say I had to win. Ooh, good point. Jackie says, fajitas and corn done in the air fryer. Corn in the Instant Pot. And yes, I would challenge Chunky. I would do the hug and fall down on the mat. Good one. And also fajitas sounds great. Maybe you could take Chuck Norris in the cage vacuum match. No. On a street level, but yes, if the girl and I were a thing. And I'd fight Chuck Norris. Maybe Chuck is my man. Oh, maybe Chuck is my man. Oh, that's a twist, Ragdoll, Libby. That's a twist. Okay, there you go. You like solved the whole problem. I'm going to say yes. I'm going in there with Chuck Norris, and I'm going to do some of the things you guys said. I'm going to like go in there, and I'm going to like just prepare myself and say a prayer that anytime if I get hit, that God will just pick me back up, or I just play dead, just get hit one good time. Because I'd have a man. I'd have my man, and he would take care of me. And maybe my man would go in and beat up Chuck Norris. Now it sounds like a Hallmark movie, but definitely, I would definitely choose if I could like find true love, find my man. Shoot, I would go into Chuck Norris, and I would figure it out. I would start training. I don't know, because I'm not good at fighting, I don't think, but I'd figure it out. I would just like pretend I passed out. I mean, yeah, like at some point I don't think Chuck Norris is like a jerk. So I think he would stop at some point. Nice. Drafts were created when Chuck Norris uppercut horse. Oh, that's funny. He is now and wrinkly. Oh, Grant, you're a romantic. Walker, Texas Ranger wouldn't hit a lady though. I think that's true. Hey, Sandra, how are you? That's my plan too, Allison. Yes. Definitely a movie scene. Yes. I'm definitely like, sometimes I have those little like utopia moments where I'm just like, I'm going to be walking around one city one day, and there's going to be a man that's going to come up, and he's going to be like, yeah, I'm the prince of Idaho, and why don't you come to this gala? And then I'm going to have to buy like a sparkly red dress, and I don't want to wear high heels, but I might wear some cute tennis shoes that you can only see if you lift up the dress and see your ankles. And then I would get married, and that would be the end of it. And then I would fight Chuck Norris, but he would come to my wedding, and then it'd be cool. This tells you how much Hallmark classics I watch. Coming to the live late now, almost over. Oh, it's all good. No, you would be fit after that. Yes, you would be fit. Hey, Crystal, how are you? I'm doing good. Hopeless romantic. Yes, definitely. I definitely am. I still have hope. I've been through the ringer a lot with relationships, but I still believe strongly that my person is out there. I would only fight. It's okay. You're not alone. Thank you. I would only fight Chuck Norris if he wore high heels. Oh, that's a good twist too. It says you just have to fight Chuck. I mean, that's true. I think it's a good Hallmark movie. They should take that and make that a movie. Fight Chuck Norris in Chuck Taylor's. Interesting. Norris, not that you have to win. That's true. And a shoe made of wood. All right, so let me come out of this screen share. Okay, that was fun. I don't think I can screen share on my iPad. So because I tried it last week and it didn't work. So maybe it's only available on the laptop. When I do these live streams, if I'm showing you guys like on a field trip, I'll have to like use my iPad because I have to use the data. But if I'm able to park by a Starbucks or somewhere that has Wi-Fi, then I'll use my laptop, and that way it's better sound and we can do these like screen sharings and I can show you some things. Sorry I was late. Watch it. Awesome, Carrie. Thank you for being here. All right, so we had a long, fun live stream on a Friday night, and now I am hungry, and I guess we're going to get tacos, which you can't go wrong with a taco, and I'm hungry. So I hope you guys have an excellent, excellent night. Grant is going to go do some vacuuming and then go eat fajitas. That's what I'm hearing. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you guys very, very much. Keep praying for each other. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy yourself. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oops. Hold on one second. Tacos.